where the river meets the sea. Obedient I run, in a vein, while banks on either side constrain.
Up ahead I see the sea, my trench has gone, I must flow on.
Will I miss the shady trees swaying in the gentle breeze, children's laughter as they play, and couples who lay along my side? I must follow the tide.
No bridges or dams of beast or man to hinder me. I am free, I have no fear, all rivers of the earth end here.
Are humans floating up on high, with their God in the sky? Are they looking down at me at bliss, in their eternity?
Conwy rises down in Snowdonia around Migniscient, Lyn Conwy being the source. Conwy's 27 miles long, 7 rivers flow in at different points. You get migrating salmon coming up and down around this time of year. It's tidal until Trefew and Llanrwst in spring tides. In Old Welsh it means sin, chief, meaning gwy, water. There's the big house in the shape of a castle that towers over the smallest house in Great Britain down on the quay. The smallest house in Great Britain was constructed in the 16th century, as was the quay. It measures 3.5 1.8 metres. The last occupant was a 6-foot fisherman.
Oh, my head!
The same family still own it. Ronnie Corbett lived there in the 70s. So I've been told. I'm not sure about that.
My daughter Caroline was christened in February 2004 at St Thrithlow's Church. I got married 23rd of July 1988 to John at St George's Church, Roseland-on-Sea. My husband's rose is at St Thrithlow's Chapel Garden.
The Romans were at Llanbedresen, Caerhun and Dagamwy. The raised bit at Dagamwy, they call the Vardra, is a volcanic plug where magma has boiled up. The Mulberry harbours were constructed at Conwy Morfa that were used in the Second World War to make harbours to land on for D-Day, built by a guy called Hughes, an engineer from Bangor. The RSPB is lovely, and you get the migrating starlings there and great skies.
It's kind of hard to explain. I was fishing on the shore one night, and I could have sworn there was someone there. I felt a real presence, but there was no one with me. I was on my own at night, and I felt it approaching me, and Looking back, I couldn't tell if it was in the air, in the water, but it was getting closer and closer. I look up, expecting to see something, and then nothing.
The estuary. The pull of the Earth's gravity, water flowing out to sea, the pull of the sun and moon, the sea coming in, the turn of the tide, a movement of the river and the sea, changes in the water, an alteration of colour, a variation in the atmosphere, a slight sea breeze, a meeting place. In the middle between two banks, ripples, small expanding waves, flickering in the sunlight, gaining momentum. Reflections on the ebb and flow, sparkling glints on the white upper edges, contrasting with the darker, lightly drooping swirls. The lapping water, an indication of deeper, more energetic energy, deep, powerful underwater currents. The battleground between two forces, clashing against each other. The change of the tide, the river estuary beginning to fill, the line of boats leaving from the marina, the number and size increasing as the water level rises. Fighting against the incoming currents, struggling to move forward, bobbling up and down, occasionally appearing stationary or moving backwards before another push into the sea. Small boats overtaken by more powerful vessels that can cut through the water, the expanding lines of water moving, expanding out before playfully teasing in their turn the stones on the river bank. The light sound of the waves crashing like a line of whispering, hissing fairy notes. Boats passing the river estuary marker and decreasing in apparent size as they move along between Anglesey and the mainland. A small group of people on the far sandbank, a sound of chatter from people at the kiosk on the Conwy promenade.